My name is Narayana. I got an opportunity to present myself in a video and explain about a project that you could able to see my GitHub repo right now in my screen and also my video on the top. And so I'll be explaining it to you about the project that I already built. So this project is an end-to-end sales analytics and business intelligence solution which was developed using the MySQL and the SQL analytics, and I have used the ETL concepts and I have used the Tableau dashboard to showcase the demo. So the main objective of this project was to analyze the multi-year sales transaction data and generate the business insights that are related to the revenue trends, the customer behavior, and how the market performance is being done, and the product sales and the regional growth. So I designed this whole project as a structured relational database schema that I'll be showing you now in the form of code, and I have also performed the data cleaning steps, transformation, and wrote all the SQL queries that that are shown here, and I have connected this process data into the Tableau for interactive dashboard visualization. So this project simulates a real world analytics workflow where the raw transactional data is transformed into a business ready insights for reporting and making the decision makings. So let's directly jump into the database creation and the structure. So mainly in my code, the architecture contains the transactions table where it is a central fact table, and there are multiple dimensional tables as well for the customers, products, and the markets and the dates. So you can see all those here. It has the customers table and date table which captures the date, and the market table and the product table as well. So this structure helps me to reduce the redundancy and improve all the query performances when I'm trying to query the data from the database. So going deep into the customers table here, so I have created the table. First, my code, what it does is that if there is a already existing table, it just delete this table and then create new one, so that it will be a new table. So this table represents the customer dimension table. I have used the customer code here as the primary key to uniquely identify the every customer in the system. So the table shows the customer name and the customer type as well. So the customer type classifies the customer into whether it is a brick or like a mortar company, or whether the customer is being from an e-commerce or something like that. So this segmentation was later used for the business analytics to compare the revenue contribution between the offline and online customers. So moving on to the date dimensional table, instead of repeatedly extracting the date components from transactional data during the queries, I created like a dedicated calendar table containing the you can see the year, month, date. So this was essential for my project because this date dimension make me enable all the monthly trend analysis that I could figure out whether in which month how much revenue was being made, and also I can able to figure out the year sales as well. So that this date table is very essential for my project. And the other table which is being created was the markets table. So here we have the market code, market name, and the zone. So market code represents the uh, code for each market. It is very unique and it is distinct, and the market name example of the zones I would say will be the north zone, south zone, or the central zone. So this structure allowed me to perform like regional performance analysis. So let's say if I want to perform analysis on specific region, it could be on north, or it could be on south, or it could be on central. So I can able to do it based on this. So the next table is the product table. So the products were classified into own brand and distribution. So this categorization of the type enable the product mix analysis, and it helped me to identify like which product groups are being contributed more to overall revenue. So that could help me. And so the overall data model that I built follows a star schema architecture. It commonly used in the data warehousing and business intelligence system. So the central sales transaction table acts as a fact table. So the transaction table that I mentioned, firstly this is my main fact table, while the customers, the products, the markets, and the date table serve as a dimension table for my project. So this design help me to query efficiently, and I can able to get all the analytics very flexible. So moving on, after building this database, now I have done the ETL process in the Tableau, within the Tableau itself. So I have put all the code here. You can able to see in my GitHub repo, and I have built the Tableau dashboard as well. So I have put all the content in the readme in a simpler format, so that you can able to understand very easily. So the Tableau dashboard I have used for this project involve the ETL processing, which involves like the extract, transform, and the load. In the extraction phase, the raw transactional data was being imported from the MySQL. I have been connected with this MySQL to the Tableau dashboard, and during this transformation phase I cleaned, you can see that I cleaned during this phase, like I cleaned the data set by handling the null values and inconsistent formatting. There are many inconsistencies in the format issues, and there are duplicate records as well. I have been deleted all the duplicate records and invalidate the sales amounts, and also there is a currency change. So if there is any INR that is being converted to USD based on this formula that is being already set, you can see that here also. And I have finally cleaned and transformed all the dataset, and that dataset is being loaded to the Tableau dashboard now. And a major part of the project involved like a data cleaning itself and the pre-processing, and there are many data quality issues that I encountered, and that is being identified in the data set itself. So I use the Tableau dashboard to create all the sheets of individual widgets. So let's say how much is the total revenue across whole year. So you can able to see it has like around 986 millions, which is very huge. And the sales quantity, how many products are being sold. So the quantity is around 24 lakhs. So all this data is being done in the Tableau dashboards, and you can able to toggle it through the year wise section here. So for each year you can able to see the all the statistics analysis. And after this also I have performed the SQL queries. So to query and show all the customer records, I have used this select star from customer query. So I have used it here in this. When I run this code, I will be getting the output. As now I am not connected to the database, and this was not fully set it up. I could not able to run it, but you can able to run when you click on this query. You can able to see all the transactions made from the transaction table. And so SQL operations, these all these include the filtering methods and the joins, aggregations, groupings, distinct queries, and the time-based analysis as well. So let's say some business questions are being solved by the SQL query. So the total revenue by the year. So you can see the seventh one, right? So I just want to know the total revenue in the year 2020. So I can use this SQL query commands using the sum function to calculate all the sales amount from the transactions table, and use the inner join function to join the sales date with the order date, where I will set the year to 2020. So this where commands filter out the data to just 2020 records, and I will join this 2020 records from the sales date to the order date, and then calculate the transaction. So here I'll be able to get the total revenue. And likewise there are many use cases that I have done now. So I can explain you in a deeper way how this join works. So let's say, for example, like the transaction records were joined with the date, like in this case, I can get year-based filtering and monthly aggregations and trend analysis. So using this one join, I can use to enrich all the raw transaction data with additional business context, such as like I can able to fetch the customer information, I can able to fetch the product classification, I can able to fetch the geographical region, and I can able to fetch the calendar dimension as well. So the final conclusion, I would say, overall this project helped me gain the hands-on experience with relational database design, how I design the database, and how I use the SQL analytics, and how the ETL process works to clean and transform the data, and how the business KPI reporting being done, and most importantly the Tableau dashboard development that I could enhance my skill. And it closely simulates a real world sales analytics pipeline used in the enterprise reporting and this decision support systems. So that was most of it about my project, and I would be happy to go deeper if you have any questions or any queries regarding my project. I'll be sharing all the GitHub link and along with this video attached, and yeah, that's it.